What's going on, guys? This is Will with Flores Lawn Service out here in Houston, Texas. So a quick video for you guys today. This is my 2023 lawn care setup, lawn care solo setup. The reason why I'm doing this video is because the one I made last year was very popular, and I've kind of changed almost everything here in my business. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick rundown of everything that has changed from the truck to the machine. So let's go ahead and get started with the truck that I use. This is a 2020 Tacoma. It was purchased about 2 years ago, used with about 30,000 miles. So usually here in this back seat, try not to make this video too long, but here in this back seat, keep handheld blower. This one's great when you have to quickly just blow down a concrete surface without having to carry, something very heavy. This here is Black Diamond. I think this is the 0.95. I'm a big fan of the steel trimmer line as well. And then I've got a little blade here to cut trimmer line with. And then I've got oil mix. I've also have this is a tripod that I use for recording, and then I also have my lappers back here somewhere. I don't have a toolbox on my truck or on my trailer, so usually all the miscellaneous things just kind of go back here somewhere. So this is a truck. Usually back here I just keep a leaf rake, my gas cans. I was doing some fertilizing, so I've got this little thing back here, and I've got my weed killer. Usually, again, that's just thrown in here somewhere. Rake was actually in here along with some shovels, but I zip tied this, and zip ties kind of broke off, so it's just doing its own thing here. I'll get that fixed here in a little while. But usually I'd have shovels up here and rakes coming up this way. Then let's go ahead and get started with the trailer. This is a 12-foot long and 5.5 feet wide. It has the 2 feet high sides with the mesh around it. So I like these a lot because it allows you to haul mulch, bull rock, branches. It's high enough where it gives you leverage to keep everything inside, but it's also not too high like the ones that go all the way up. I'm not a big fan of those because anytime you have to grab something from the trailer, anytime you have to refuel your machines, you've got to get everything off. And then with these you can kind of just hop on and off, so I'm a big fan of these. This is a 5.5. So this is a 32 and this is a 30, and if you can kind of get a look at it, this is a perfect fit. It's actually too perfect. Sometimes I struggle to get these out of here. When those wheels turn around, they get caught right here in between the mesh. So if I could, I would have got something a bit wider, at least 6 feet. Right. So the reason why I didn't get it that wide was because I used to live in a single garage apartment, and this was the maximum width I can go without hitting anything. So this was the reason why I bought this one. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the trimmers here for a second. So these are the trimmer racks. This is a 2-piece trimmer rack off of Amazon. This was about 75 bucks, I believe. Reason why I went with a 2-piece was because it's just me out there. I'm a solo operator, so I really have no need to carry 3 weed eaters. And also I'm pretty short, so I have no business reaching up here to grab a third weed eater. So if I ever do decide to get a helper out here, you can actually purchase these just with a single rack, and I can probably bolt that down over there on the other side. But for right now, usually all I take with me is a weed eater and an edger. This is a Echo 2620, and then this is a so same thing, PE 2620, but this is the edger. So I've had this for about 2 years now. Great weed eater, no problem. Same thing with this one. This one doesn't get used as often. I would say if you do decide to get an edger, get the one with the combi system that allows you to take off the attachments and put the hedge trimmers and stuff like that, just because this doesn't get used as often. So my idea was of kind of using this for every single property, but then you should be able to get to a point where your edges look as good with a weed eater as they do with an edger. So this one hardly ever gets used, really. I kind of just use it for whenever I get a new customer and they have really overgrown edges. That's about it. So again, just get the combi if you ever do want an edger. So again, great trimmers. I've used steel and I'm a big fan of Echo. So let's go ahead and get started with this machine. This is a standard B 52-inch. Again, guys, I really won't go much into details about why I bought certain things because I don't want to make this video too long. But this is a 52-inch standard B. It's got about 60 hours now. It was purchased last year, brand new. So as far as mowers, I've used Standards, Skag, John Deere, and Gravely, and this is hands down my favorite machine when it comes to cut quality, when it comes to controls, when it comes to how comfortable you are while riding it. This is hands down my favorite one. And then also it's actually cheaper than the rest, which is kind of amazing. So I've actually been seeing these a lot lately here this last year. Everywhere I look, everybody just has it right now, so I guess you know why now. It's an extremely great mower at a great price with extremely great cut quality. So let's go over here and swing around to the other side. So this here is a steel. This is a BR600, I believe. Yes, BR600. This is everyday blower. So when it comes down to blowers, I actually prefer steel a lot more than I do Echo for some weird reason. I'm a big Echo guy, and everything else I use is Echo except for blowers. But that's what we got here. This is an equipment defender rack. It's a great piece of equipment to keep your things secure, anti-theft. So basically what you do is, let's see if I can do this. You take it off your back and then you kind of just swing it on here. Right, and then you put this this is loose, but you kind of just put this on here, and then what you do is swing this bar around, goes into that, and then you're able to lock this up here with a little key, turn it, and then this is locked. It's also very cool because you don't always have to lock it, but it's also, in there, like most people won't realize that you gotta do this to get it out. So it's a great device to keep your things secure. That's very important. Always lock your things up, whether you've got them on racks or whether you've got them in the bed of your truck. These things, thieves love these things, right? They're very easy to steal. Just grab it, you can put it in a sedan, so usually there's no need to even have like a truck or a trailer like a mower or a weed eater, and they're extremely expensive. So I'm telling you from experience, I've lost a bunch of these. So always keep your things secure. Then let's go back here. This is the old trusty. This is Toro Time Master 30-inch. Took the cover off because we were doing some maintenance on it. Great little mower. It's got so I bought this about 2 years ago. If I had to guess, this thing probably has around 200 to 300 hours by now. It's a great mower. Only issue I have with this is when the grass is overgrown, it's extremely hard to get through anything. Even if you do size discharge, then again, you got to remember it wasn't built for that. This is a residential unit, so it was meant for you to cut your own yard every week, not every 2 weeks. So that's kind of the biggest issue I have with this mower, which again shouldn't be an issue because it wasn't designed for that, right? You can't use things the way they weren't designed and then complain about it. As far as that, the cut quality on this thing is great. It saves a lot of time, especially when you go from a 21 to a 30. Man, you can, you're gonna love it. Only thing with this one is they got really expensive here this last year. It's about $1,600 now, I think, which is insane, in my opinion. And then here we picked this one up recently. This is a 32-inch Skag V-Ride 2. This one, I actually purchased this new. I purchased it used. I'm not a big fan of buying used equipment because you never know how people treat it. But, you kind of just got a great deal on this one. With the guy out from Shreveport, Louisiana. We drove out to meet them halfway. So we picked this one up. It has about 240 hours on it now. Great mower, cuts great. This is the replacement for the Gravely 32 that I owned. So that's it, guys. This is kind of my setup. Everything's kind of compact. Everything's got place. This is it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, like to see more videos, please give this a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of my setup. If there's anything you guys would change or improve on, let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.